Today I'm going to be talking about Iceland and its use of renewable energy. 100% of the electricity generated in Iceland comes from renewable energy sources, 75% from hydroelectricity, and 25% from geothermal. I think with a world in trouble and a search for answers, looking at renewable energy and places that have successfully implemented it could potentially be our saving grace. The reason I'm doing this topic is because I've always had a curiosity and interest in sustainable lifestyles, and it was kind of amplified after I watched this show on Netflix called Down to Earth, which I really recommend. They talk about Iceland specifically in the show and why it is such a good location for renewable energy for two reasons. One, it is geologically active, meaning Iceland sits on top of a spreading zone where two plates are moving apart. And that movement causes friction, which allows heat to arise, and that heat can be collected, stored, and generated into usable electricity. Another reason it is a good location is because of the abundant amount of waterfalls. Iceland has extensive highlands and heavy precipitation, which creates over 10,000 waterfalls. And these waterfalls have also a great potential for collecting, storing, and generating electricity. The two main types of renewable energy in Iceland are geothermal and hydroelectric. Geothermal is basically just heat within the earth, and Iceland has a lot of volcanic activity under the surface, which creates a great opportunity for energy. In Iceland, there's 4 main geothermal plants, one that I'm going to talk about specifically. This one is 3 square miles, and it has 64 boreholes total. The boreholes contain a drill that goes a mile down into the earth, which allows steam to arise. As the steam arises, it turns a turbine, which then creates energy, which can be collected and generated into usable energy. What I like that Iceland does different is they have found a way to make sure that the waste CO2 produced from this does not reach the atmosphere. They do this by collecting it, diluting it with water, and pumping it back into the earth where it fuses to the volcanic rock and solidifies, ensuring that it will never reach the atmosphere and never be able to harm it. The second type is hydroelectric. With the abundant amount of waterfalls, 10,000 plus waterfalls in Iceland, they are able to dam up these waterfalls, regulate the amount of flow of water, and as the water flows through, it's kind of the same concept as geothermal. It spins a turbine, which then creates energy, which can be converted into electricity. I think that looking at Iceland is a very big first step towards creating a more sustainable planet, because we as a country, and not just us, a lot of other countries rely heavily on fossil fuels, which are, I'm sure you know, very harmful for the atmosphere, the planet, and for everyone on it. And they're finite resources. They're not unlimited. We only have a limited amount of fossil fuels. And once we use those, they're gone. So looking at renewable energy is very important for the future. In conclusion, I think that Iceland is a very inspiring and beautiful place, and we should be looking at it as an example on a large scale. With all of that said, I'm gonna close with kind of a visual image. I'm sure most of you have seen the metronome clock in Manhattan, where they have reprogrammed the clock to show the time frame that we have left to take action until the effects of global warming are irreversible. And with that said, we need to act, and we need to act fast. And I believe that a switch from fossil fuels to renewable energy could be the biggest first step towards the sustainable planet, which will create a happy community and a healthy planet. Thank you for listening to me, and have a good day.